Hey, we're back for part 4. And it's time to get the next piece of the puzzle. Or really antidote, but you know. Alright, let's keep going around the bend. Man, look at that, a fallen star. Holy shit! Damn, that's such a landscape.
Is it?
It is.
It's like walls.
Walls of beautifulness. Walls of beautifulness. Ooh, all the shit I can loot. Timber.
What's the meaning?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yes.
At least there's a warning. At least there's a warning. Hey guys, let me in.
Only Philippa Eilhart may enter.
Probably get her to bang on.
Beat you in the head with a baby dick.
Don't let her die, Vatican.
Where is it actually? I can't even remember.
So, thought it over.
Okay, yeah. Here we are. Philippa.
You wanted to discuss something?
You said we'd need a magical object to cure Saskia. Any ideas where I might start looking?
Magical items do not grow on trees, as you know. Luckily, this area has a long history. There's the Battle of Wraiths,
Glad to see.
death and suffering, the abandoned mines.
I was hoping you'd be specific.
I won't ask you to traipse around with a divining rod. Please try to be a little...
Traipse around.
Ask the locals, that's always a good place to start. I dare say Alderman Burden knows every last stone in the area. Maybe you should see him. You wanted to...
At the council, you mentioned artifacts were needed to undo the curse.
But
I can do that.
why?
I have my reasons.
What can we find out?
Know anything about blood curses?
Do you?
We're dealing with a 4th level curse, also known as the Curse of the Archmistress.
Well, well, I'm impressed.
Until now, I thought it was
Impressing all the
such
ladies.
a curse couldn't be cast.
You thought wrong. There are 6 confirmed cases of this curse being inflicted.
What about confirmed cases of it being lifted?
1. Achieved by a team
Only
of
one.
sorcerers led by Archmistress Francesca Finderbear, hence the curse's other name. Sabrina Glevezig was on the team.
Small world.
That's not all. The curse investigated by Francesca and Sabrina was designed to end the Tyson dynasty, the rulers of Kovir. They were cursed by Scarlet Rodalega, a complete madman, but very talented. An eclipse and wraiths also accompanied his curse.
So Sabrina's curse is just a knockoff Rodalega.
Exactly.
Did you notice? Not all the ghosts were aggressive.
Yes. Most just disappeared when they touched the aura of a living person.
I think the curse corrupts the ghosts of the fallen and turns them into draugrs.
Is that the witches?
Draugr.
Draugrs are demons of war. They arise at sites of exceptionally vicious, bloody battles. Their bloodlust and hatred in condensed form.
Can you kill them by
So
conventional
dope.
means?
They are bloodlust and hatred.
Draugr.
And
As
physical.
long as the curse remains active, new ones will arise. The soldiers' ghosts are the key. If I could turn the tide of the battle...
For that you'll need symbols of war belonging to those who fell in battle. Hatred, death, courage, and faith. All artifacts must be magically active and connected to the Fallen, or they won't lure the ghosts.
Right. I'll look around.
Finding 2 will be enough. Get the symbols of hatred and death and leave the rest to me.
I'd prefer courage and faith. I'll see what I can do. Cecil seems to know a lot about the area. I'm good for now.
I know
Let
enough.
me know when I learn something.
You wanted...
I've got Triss's bandana.
Have you learned anything?
Triss was here. Letho forced her to teleport.
Why would he? There are easier ways to travel.
2 of Letho's comrades, probably those responsible for Demoven's death, were hiding among the Scoia'tael. When it became evident in Flotsam that the Kingslayer wanted to dispose of Yorvith, the Scoia'tael gave the order to eliminate them. Letho had to reach the unit before the Elven messengers did. He could only do that by teleporting.
I assumed that Triss wanted to teleport to me, but she missed the mark and they ended up in the gullies. What happened next?
Letho left her in a gully, wounded. He probably thought that she'd diversify the local trolls' diet. He himself went to see the elves and massacred the unit with his comrades. They're somewhere on the other side of the fog.
What about Triss?
She escaped from the troll. Everything suggests she's somewhere in the area.
I can assure you she is not in Vergen.
She has to be here. Locate her.
I'll try, but it will take some time. Have you learned anything else?
Sheila ordered Letho and Triss killed.
I can't believe that.
Believe it.
Uh-huh.
I ran into some mercenaries she enlisted to kill Letho and anyone found with him.
She must have meant the other Kingslayers. Are you sure she knew Triss was with him?
Are you so sure of Sheila? There was something going on between her and Triss. I sensed a lot of tension.
A misunderstanding.
Maybe. Let's find Triss and clear everything up.
I need some time. What's going on out there?
Let's see.
What's going on?
The peasants want to take pitchforks to King Demoven's son.
Why?
The Dragon Slayer's servant is spreading rumors that Stennis
Whoa.
poisoned Saskia. The commoners are in an uproar.
These lies being spread.
Where's the prince?
Barricaded himself in his room, guarded by nobles. For the moment, the peasants are still respectful, but they are feverish. A fight is inevitable. Help us out. The situation is dire. I'm going to inform the other nobles.
Alright, I guess I gotta calm these folks down. Talk some sense and logic.
Dogs growl at cats. Cats hiss at the dogs. A noble's a wolf to a peasant.
Forget those animalistic similes and take care of it. I'll try to locate Triss. And should anything happen to Prince Stennis, remember, we need his blood.
I remember.
How could I forget? Dang, I leveled. Just from talking. I swear. I love that. Stop the peasants from lynching the prince. Nah. 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 Look at that waterfall. Shit, man.
They say she is dead.
Alright. Here we go. Some more talking. Oh no, there's so many people. Hey, Dandelion.
Geralt! It's good to see you.
It's good to see you, man.
Commoners claim Stennis is involved in Saskia's poisoning. They're looking to slaughter him.
What's stopping them?
The Knights, Adernian noble lords.
Not easy to raise a hand against a blue blood.
A peasant by the name of Calton was at the council. He didn't seem to respect anything or anyone.
Calton's a blackguard. He'll use any excuse to raid and plunder.
He has a taste for noble blood. They say he buries gold looted from the lords in some gorge.
Some gorge.
Looks like things are getting nasty.
Well, well, well.
What do you want? I'm Skill and Bolden. I keep order in Vergen.
Are doing a nice job then? Where was you when they poisoned Saskia?
Give us the prince!
Whoa!
Stop!
And then outstrolls Yorveth.
Everyone who wants to leave this yard in one piece, keep your hands off your weapons. I don't care if you're a serf or a lord. I'll kill you all if need be.
What's going on?
The servant carrying wine during the feast said that Prince Sternes and Olgan poisoned Saskia. We want justice!
You want revenge. It's not the same thing.
We don't
Called
care.
out.
Saskia's fallen as if dead, while the poisoning prince and noble lords rush to herd us onto the field and sell us to Henselt. We won't let them!
You lie, Colton. Nobody's being sold out. The poisoner must be caught and tried by law.
Your law? What then? He'll pay a fine and get spanked on his ass? We'll spank him all right, with an axe to the throat!
Where's this servant?
Safe.
Things are getting heated.
I'll keep an eye on him.
Why is the prince hiding in his house if
We've already started with the brutal metaphors.
I'll shoot the first to reach for a weapon. Then heads will start falling.
there's more of us? You can't kill every...
Then you'll be first. Now back off!
Dang. Don't piss off Yorveth, man. Unless you're ready to fight.
What's your plan?
I'll frighten them a little. Bleed them if need be. I'll buy you some time, but be swift. I can't hold them off for long. Question the peasants and the nobles, and talk to the dwarves. Maybe you can get to meet Stennis.
Even if he's guilty, I'm sure he's prepared a suitable story.
You'll know how to sort the sheep from the goats. Also, find the servant who started talking so suddenly. You won't have time to talk to everyone, though, that's for sure.
Time to play Detective Geralt.
As rise as their stations do.
They're playing into Henselt's hands.
Give us a sword out.
That was on the appeal of pencils.
Let's see what's going
Why is he
on.
lingering about? Like the stench in a dwarven hovel.
Those witches be craving gold. This one's sure to say the prince is innocent, then sting Stennis for a pouch.
He better say
It's awesome because, like,
virgin instead of pissing
this
around.
scene particularly,
Once done with the prince,
like,
better take care of the magnets.
it really captures how Sokowski just is a master of situations just escalating and escalating and escalating.
You know Saskia's servant?
Willie of the Oblates. He handled the wine, indeed, but loves the virgin like a sister and mother put together.
He'd gladly get quartered for her.
Where's this Willie of yours?
Where's this Willie of yours?
Them lords, squirrels guard him.
The prince stood right next to Saskia during the council. Did he have access to the wine cellar beforehand?
How should I know?
Why flap your mouth then?
The prince is a wealthy lord. Bribing a skivvy to poison the wine is nothing to him.
Just because someone can afford gold.
Mark Jones.
You know Saskia's servant?
Willie of the Oblates. He handled the wine, indeed, but loves the virgin like a sister and mother put together.
Seriously, all I hear now is Clint
Gladly
Eastwood.
get quartered for her.
Where's this Willie of yours?
Hiding in his shadow.
Show me your Willie.
Lords, squirrels guard him.
What's it really all about? Who's backing you?
We want justice.
We don't need no one backing us. We knows what to do.
How would you punish the prince?
If a lad counts hens wrong, he'll be flogged. What should we then do with a man poisoning others?
Kill him.
A land without a
Whoa.
ruler is a nightmare.
We have a ruler, the Virgin of Eden.
It's not certain she'll live.
Then we'll choose another who'll manage. But he must be one of us lads. That way he'll understand us.
And all people is gonna be equal. Our way.
And the non-humans?
We have enough down on the fields. Let non-humans find a non-human land.
Away with them.
You know Saskia's...
Oh no.
Where's this Willie?
Godspeed.
This is
Give us this whole
What
power
would the prince
fire.
gain with the virgins?
Talk to the suspect.
Who will the Witcher side with?
He's on very good terms with that damned elf.
Alright, so where is this guy? This punk. Right over here. Willie.
I've been looking for you.
I don't know you.
You caused quite a commotion. Afraid of something?
No, nothing.
You're lying.
I didn't do nothing. Didn't say nothing, don't know nothing, and didn't see nothing.
I don't want to hurt you. I really don't. But I'll cut your arm off if I have to.
No, no, please.
It worked.
Tell me what you saw.
I heard the priest talking with the prince. This goody-goody said the Virgin is really a beast under her fair skin.
What priest?
Alcan, the one killed.
So there's no way I can check if you're lying.
I swear on my mother's grave I speak the truth.
What else did you hear? Tell me.
I was putting Saskia's room in order when the priest came to the prince's chamber next door. They wasn't speaking loud, but I heard the priest say, "Just clear the servants from the kitchen." Nothing more. Reverend Alcan,
What is this
only he could tell you how it
tomfoolery?
was. Beginning to end.
The dead aren't very talkative.
What about what they leave behind? There may be clues or some such.
Maybe.
The gods, who
What
needs
should I
this?
do? Get used to it. Lady Saskia will defeat Henselt and make Vergen her capital.
They say someone cast a spell.
You show him, Bruce. Did I find it? Wait, can I take anything? All the bucks.
They
Cecile.
lie in wait for their lord and prince. Humans are an odd lot. I certainly hope Scaling can clean up this mess. What can I do for you, Witcher?
Cecil.
While I'm here,
You fought in the war 3 years ago.
might as well get some information.
Did you fight here at Vergen?
Course.
Philippa claims you know a bit about the battle.
That old kook insult, called king by some, thought that Adernians were bumpkins who'd ship bricks as soon as his troops crossed the river.
Why did he attack?
According to Henselt, Upper Edern is the ancient legacy of the Kedwenny crown and must be returned to the mother country. Brazen farter.
That brazen farter had a point. If you read some history, you'll know that
Brazen farter.
land belonged to Ken.
Crab. 700 years ago, the elves reigned here. And 1,000,000 years ago, these lands were the domain of the worms. If things worked that way, every king could invade a neighboring land and claim his right to do so because an ancestor took a dump there.
All right. Hensel wanted to conquer Upper Edern. What then?
He rolled in, got hammered, and rolled out.
Cecil, that doesn't help me much.
It wasn't a battle. It was a slaughter. If I try speaking of it, I'll see it all again. I don't want.
The ghosts of the fallen fight in the mist. They turn into horrible creatures called Draugrs. Eternians, Kedwenny, men, elves, and dwarves too.
Bloody hell. No peace even after death.
I want
No
to,
siree.
but I need to know more about the battle.
Very well. Listen, a beautiful day that grew hot later, very hot. When Van de Grift attacked in the afternoon, he sent the Dun banner at the fore. Many of our lads shit themselves at the mere sight of their standard, but we had a surprise of our own. Under the cover of night, we prepared fire pits. Our archers lit them up at the right moment. I still can't believe we managed to fool their scouts. If it wasn't for that ambush, we wouldn't be speaking today. They likely wouldn't be in Upper Eddern at all. We decimated the Dun banner, but that was only the beginning. Seltkirk was our commander. Everywhere he appeared, the Kidwennies gave ground. He wreaked havoc among them. Hearts rose at the mere sight of him.
It is awesome that they're describing one of the most brutal battles in the Witcher history.
Seltkirk met him in the middle of the field. In the end, Van de Grift killed Seltkirk. A terrible death that sent the Edirnian ranks into disarray. I thought it was the end of us. Then the sky fell, as if the stars themselves had decided to avenge the death of a great knight. Fire covered the battlefield. Nobody sought the enemy. They were all looking for somewhere to flee. Yes, there were no more friends and enemies, only the living and the dead. They say it was the doing of a Kidwenny sorceress who wanted revenge on Van de Grift. Could be true, as Henselt had her executed right after the battle.
You captured the Dun banner standard?
Henselt's choice troops, and not a one survived. The visitors sent them to their deaths, refused to give them reinforcements. He was a monster in human form. The men of the Dun were real swaggerers. Killed a lot of our lads, but for every Dunner, there were 7 Edirnians. They had no chance. Aye, we captured their standard. We buried what was left of them in the crypts beyond Vergen. Their standard lies with them. Worthy foes are to be respected, even in death.
I'm going to need that standard. Did you see the duel between Seltkirk and Van de Grift?
I stood half a furlong from them. Never seen a fight like it. Probably never will again. They'd already met once, at a jousting tournament in Ardcarreg. Seltkirk won there. He beat on the visitor so hard he broke his sword. Seltkirk was a true knight, the last of his breed. Van de Grift was so pissed off after that tournament he hanged the smith who made his sword and ordered a special one.
Van de Grift.
I bet he cut down
Van de Beek.
sword.
Oh my god. James Van de
He's got it.
Grift.
Good thing.
Fuck. Shit.
Only her hand can tame the hatred enchanted in that sword. After the battle, when the flames abated, the scavengers came. They stole everything. Imagine, not a single keepsake or Seltkirk in the whole of Edirn. His brother babbles something about a gauntlet, but he's a lying dog.
Thanks, Cecil, that was helpful. I think I know what
Thanks, man.
Eilhard claims you need 4 symbols. The standard symbolizes death.
I have a feeling Philippa has a handle on the rest.
Here's hoping you're right.
I need to know where Reverend Olkin used to live.
Simple. Let me show you.
What? Thanks, Cecil.
It's about right here.
Saskia needs help, Cecil. Philippa can produce an antidote, but she needs a magic artifact to do that.
Would you like a fern and a dancing worm to go with it? Listen, I don't know about magic, but there is a place.
Ooh.
As long as I can remember.
Tell me, Cecil.
Sorcerers. They say it's a very strong intersection. Look for magic there.
Where exactly is there?
Seek out the ruins in the forest beyond Vergen. There's a place of power there. You can't miss it. Why so glum? Saskia's a tough girl. She'll bounce back. Keep your head up.
Thanks, Cecil. I needed that.
No, Witcher.
Geralt agrees.
Save that lass, and you'll save my town.
So it's really haunted.
They say someone cast a spell.